Hey everyone, it's Jen with Timeline Tarot. These are your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. I will begin with Aries, work my way around the zodiac wheel here, ending at Pisces. Timestamps, as always, will be in the description box. I have set the intention of this reading to be for your Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as your Venus placements, so you're welcome to look at any of them. If you're not sure what your placements are, also in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Take a look at that site and then just come back here and click on the timestamp for the respective placement that you wish to view. Keep in mind, my love, it is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you, and therefore messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just check another placement, because if it's not your message, then it just means it's meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. And of course, if you would like a one-on-one live Zoom tarot reading with yours truly, please visit my website, thetimelinetaro.com, for more information. With all of that said now, let's begin. Hello, Aries. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Your angel number is 666. The card is in the upright, and the word on the card is reflect. Lots of folks get a bit worried when they see this number, but it's actually a message of reflection. Your angels are asking you to take a step back and to hit the pause button. With that greater distance, examine your current circumstances. Are you heading in a direction that speaks to your truth? Do your relationships lift you up? Does your job fulfill you? Or have you instead been putting your energy into things that simply don't work for you anymore? This is your sign to be honest with yourself and to make the changes that speak to your higher self. In the upright, this number means that you need to take time to reflect on your circumstances. You are putting your energy into necessary changes. That honesty is valuable, and it's time for you to strip away any illusions. And this is also a signal for you to pay attention to your own personal needs. Your affirmation for the week is, I am aligned, divine, and my life is right on time. Message from the universe. You are safe. You are protected. The worst is behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that were set for you. Lessons have been learned, and it is safe for you to trust your path again. And message from Archangel Michael. Prioritize self-care, card number 24. You do so much for others. It's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So I definitely think here for the Aries collective, it's time to slow down. I love Aries fire energy. You are represented in the major arcana portion of a tarot deck by the Emperor. You are an action taker by trade. It's kind of in your genes. And depending on what other placements you have, it can increase that fire energy or decrease. But regardless of your birth chart this week, you are being asked to decrease. You're asked to pull back, to withdraw, to retract, to focus on yourself, focus on your self-care, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, to evaluate where you are in your life right now and where do you want to be 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now. And then make a plan that you can execute in a time frame that is best with your life and your life's journey. So kind of stop, look around, see where you are and where you want to be. And like I said, plan accordingly, but definitely prioritize your self-care. And that includes what are your needs and your wants and your desires, and how can you achieve them, attain them, and maintain them for the long run. That's what I have for you, Aries. Those are your messages this week. Your angel number, my dear, is 666. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Your angel number is 2020. The card itself is in the upright, and the word on the card is bonds. Things are looking up. You have been focused on building a strong foundation, and it shows. You will be reaping all of the wonderful rewards that you absolutely deserve. Your connections and partnerships are leveling up, resulting in better productivity and deeper emotional connection. These bonds may also be felt on a spiritual level. It is time for you to celebrate your achievements. In the upright, this number means that you are now forging stronger bonds. You are feeling productive and inspired. You're also feeling in tune with a higher power, and you are making, building, and maintaining positive connections in your life. Your affirmation for this week is, I always make exciting and meaningful connections. Message from the universe. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no, instead of saying yes just to please others, is a real act of self-love. And your message from Archangel Michael, trust in divine purpose. This is card number 34. This experience has divine meaning. Healing will come, and know that you are on a path of growth. So I like this for you. I think if you have had any connections in your life that have been problematic, they were there for a reason. They were there for you to grow, not just here in the 3D world, but 5D spiritually as well. There was a divine purpose for those connections, for the way they came together, for the way they fell apart, maybe came back together again, or never came back together at all. But there was definitely something there that you needed to learn how to love yourself within a connection, how to be able to be in a friendship or in a familial connection, or maybe even with a romantic partner, but still maintain your independence and your autonomy and not get lost in that connection. So I feel like I've tapped into a group of you, or maybe in the past or even presently, you may struggle with being a little bit of a people pleaser. And that's very natural for Taurus. You are ruled by Venus. You like nice things. You like nice connections. But the down trait of that, or the negative trait of that, could be being too much of a people pleaser because you don't want connections to change or shift or leave your life. And so sometimes you overextend yourself. Again, it's that beautiful Venusian energy, but at the lower vibration, it's overextending yourself to keep people in your life that may not necessarily be that good for you. And so I just feel like you're now learning the difference between a healthy bond and an unhealthy bond. And you are strengthening the healthy ones. It looks like you are removing ones that aren't healthy for you. And one, I think you're realizing the divine purpose of all of the connections, regardless of where they are on that broad spectrum. But I also think that you're learning that it is a true act of self-love to say yes when you truly mean it, and no when you truly mean it as well. So I love this message for the Taurian collective. A lot of growth here when it comes to all of your connections. That's what I have for you, Taurus. Your angel number for the week is 2020. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini Twin Gang. Let's see what our angel messages are for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number is 69. Get your mind out of the gutter. The card itself is in the upright, and the word on the card is accountability. You can always hit pause, you know. This is a call for you to take a step back and rethink your daily habits and your practices. Are they serving to bring you peace? You're the one in control of what you do, after all. Take accountability for your actions. Reflection allows you to make the kind of practical changes that creates ripples throughout all aspects of your life. You are a growth-focused honey, so be intentional. In the upright, this number means it's time for you to reflect and re-examine how you spend your time. You need to make practical and intentional changes for the better. You can seek help from others in order to help yourself, and this is a time for you to balance your everyday needs with your spiritual ones. Your affirmation for the week is being happy is becoming a habit. Message from the universe. If you're feeling stuck in any area of your life, whether it is in a relationship, a job, or just a situation, ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? Yes, leaving is scary, but sometimes it is the right step to take. So be brave. We are right beside you. And message from Archangel Michael. Someone new is coming. Card number 28. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and your heart so that happiness can enter your life. And that's card number 28. I'm not sure if I had mentioned that or not. So Gemini, I feel like this is very on par with the weekly reading that I did for you, where some of you are stuck doing something over and over again, hoping to achieve this desired outcome, but you're feeling stuck because you're not seeing it. And I think in that reading, I said you're hoping for the 6 of Wands, but you keep getting the 10 of Wands. So you keep looking for or hoping for victory and success, but instead you're getting burdens. So I kind of feel like this is an extra message for you now to really take your time as a valuable resource. It's very easy in the 3D world for us to look at valuable resources as money or tangible items, you know, the products or services that we buy, or the things that we decorate our home with, or the vehicles that we drive. But time really is our most precious and most valuable commodity. And I think this week, Spirit is asking you to ask yourself, how are you spending that time? Because it is your most valuable commodity. You get what you get, right? There's only 24 hours in a day. How are you using it? And are you really being truly accountable to your dreams and your goals? Are you creating enough time or setting aside enough time for them? I also think that sometimes you get stuck in doing something repetitively that maybe is not beneficial to you, like a schedule or a plan. Sometimes the dualistic nature of Gemini makes it difficult for them to stick to something like a regular plan because it becomes too monotonous. However, your monthly reads show that you're leaning a little bit more into earth energy and trying to prioritize your responsibilities and trying to get a better handle on your schedule and on your finances, as well as how you utilize your time. So I definitely think that this is on par for the messages that have been coming in for the collective for the month of August, as well as for this particular week. There's also something here about someone new is coming, and we did read in that message about you may be asking for help from others. So this could be like within a community group, a therapist, a counselor, could even be some kind of like spiritual guru, someone you follow online. So the someone new is coming could very well be in the 3D, like perhaps this week you are meeting someone, whether that's professional, platonic, or romantic. For others of you, this could just be a connection that you're having with an individual that maybe you're finding online. Again, maybe you're reading someone's blog and it will be instrumental when it comes to helping you how to better schedule your time, how to prioritize your needs, and how to be a little bit more earth or a little bit more ground focused as opposed to a little bit too scattered, which we tend to be at times. So I like this. If you need help, ask for it. It's out there. If you're looking for resources on how to better schedule your time, look for that as well. Again, I'm sure there are people you can connect with in the 3D, but if not, thankfully we live in the world now of computers, and so you do have the ability to connect with individuals from all around the world. Again, whether you're just reading their blog, watching their video, or literally interacting with them because maybe you're signing up for some type of session or class or something like that. So I like this for you, Gemini. I kind of feel like help is on the way. There's a little divine intervention here this week. So if you feel the urge or the nudge to start researching things or to literally connect with an individual, I would say, of course, tap into your intuition, but definitely move forward with that. And I like this someone new is coming. I typically don't use tarot on this, but I feel like I need to make an exception. So let's get an idea now of someone new who is coming for Gemini. Who is this new person coming in? One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Knight of Cups, you have the Ace of Pentacles, oh, and you have the Page of Swords. So there you go, Gemini. This looks like this could be a connection online that you're making, could be in the 3D world, it could be in respect to a new job opportunity, a financial opportunity, and yes, with that Knight of Cups, for some of you, this very well could be a new love offer. So claim that portion how you want. But that is what I have for you, Gemini, for the week of August 10th, 2025. Your angel number is 69. Okay, now with that Knight of Cups and the 69, maybe really try to keep your mind out of the gutter or put it in the gutter. I don't know, whatever works for you. That is what I have for you, Gemini, this week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number is 99. The word on the card is truth, and the card itself is in the upright. This is a sign from the universe to pay attention. The forces you feel may be attempting to guide you to a better understanding of yourself and your purpose. This number often turns up during periods of intense personal development and growth, especially when it is time to make a big, life-changing decision. To make the best choice for you and your future, you need to tap into your spirituality. What feeds your soul? Are you living truthfully and authentically? Let one chapter end so a new one can begin. In the upright, this number means that you are finding your true path in life. You are connecting to your higher self. This is a period of powerful growth and self-transformation, and a cycle is now coming full circle. Your affirmation is, I owe no explanation for doing what is best for me. Message from the universe. Don't lose sight of this truth. You came here to evolve and grow, so it is necessary to experience the difficult times. That's when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of a dark tunnel. And message from Archangel Michael, trust the guidance you are receiving, card number 35. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so that you can trust your divine guidance. So we have a lot here about trust and truth. Those words are definitely repeated here throughout this message. We had seen in the Cancerian collective for this month, but particularly for this week, a wound that needs to be healed. I think there's a truth there that you need to look at, you need to acknowledge, and that you need to heal that wound, because many of you are entering some new connections, whether they're professional, platonic, or romantic. And I think I had said in your reading that if you are to bring the traumas of the past and you don't unpack them and heal through them, or at least begin to heal through them, if you don't do that and you kind of carry them into the new connections, they have the possibility of tainting or maybe even messing up or ruining the new connection coming into your life. So if you're feeling called to look at that wound this week, if your intuition is telling you, hey, we really need to unpack this, I would definitely do that. I also get this feeling that you have someone new in your life. And again, I don't know if it's professional, platonic, or romantic. I had said it in the Gemini reading. I typically don't use tarot for the angel messages, but lately I have been called. It's just this feeling within that every now and then I will need to use them. So I do want to look at this for you very quickly. I was going to say, tell me about this new individual coming into Cancer's life. Anything else that Cancer needs to know? We'll get one more shuffle here. Thank you. So the cards, the way they came out: Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, the Lovers, I knew it, the Hermit, and the Six of Swords. There's some soul searching here that's needed. I feel like what you've gone through, this terrible relationship ending, was made to forge you through fire, kind of like a phoenix rising from the ashes. I know a lot of people don't like hearing that, but it's true. I've tapped into a group of you, and again, won't apply to all of you, but I tapped into a group of you that beautiful Cancerian energy of yours in the past was a bit too soft. And because it was a bit too soft, you overextended yourself to people who didn't deserve that level of compassion or love from you. And as a result, they took advantage of you. I think this Queen of Wands, it's been coming up in your readings a lot. Really, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, but it's really the energy of someone who's been forged through fire. And now the Queen of Wands knows her self-worth, right, in terms of an energy in tarot. And I feel like now you can move forward because of what you've been through. It's almost like you're walking through a portal and you're entering the world in a different way. And I think I said that in your reading recently. I said you kind of have one foot in the new world and one foot in the old world. The one thing that you're holding onto from the old world, the old life, the old cycle is pain. So in order to move forward with this new connection, I believe for a lot of you, it is a romantic connection, but doesn't have to be. It's a collective reading, could be professional, but there's definitely something here about doing some soul searching and unpacking that Five of Swords, because we have the Hermit to the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is moving on from the chaos and conflict or pain or resentment of the Five of Swords. So there's definitely something here of doing some soul searching and unpacking that Five of Swords. So when you move forward now in this new connection, you don't bring that pain and that hurt with you. So please take time to do that. But I like this for you a lot. I feel like you're getting very close here to the light at the end of what has been, for most of you, a very dark tunnel. And so for that, I do like that. There is a need here for you to understand, similar to the Taurus reading, every connection you've gone through, for good or for bad, was meant to forge you and mold you in a way and change you, transform you into the individual that you are. So if you can see it from that perspective, that truth, then you'll understand why those connections worked out the way they did. And you'll also understand why it's so important to unpack those hurt feelings and that trauma before entering the new connections that are now entering your life. That is what I have for you, Cancer, for this week. Your angel number is 99. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. You have angel number 369. The word on the card is compassion. The number could also be reduced to 333. So 369, my love. The angels are swooping in to send you their loving message. You are needed. Your gifts are priceless. You are the only person walking this unique path that is your life. You are the only one who can realize your goals. Associated with unconditional love and kindness, this number is a reminder of your role as a light worker. So use your natural talents to create beauty and to encourage compassion in the world. In the upright, this number means that you are to make kindness a natural part of your daily life. You are to learn how to love unconditionally with your whole hearts. This number is also indicative of your empathic or even psychic gifts. And it is a time for you to acknowledge and use those psychic talents. Your affirmation for this week is, I am meant to live a magical life. Message from the universe. If you find yourself constantly seeing recurring numbers or words like 369 or 333, it is a sign that you are being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen to you. And your message from Archangel Michael, card number 14, have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings that have been holding you back. Well, low vibrational Leo, take no offense, every zodiac sign has high and low vibration. Low vibrational Leo will become trapped in some way, almost imprisoned in connections that aren't necessarily for their highest good or aren't serving them well. And that's because low vibrational Leo sometimes looks for that ego boost. And when you're that low vibrational, you tend to attract other low vibrational people. So it's almost like there's a need here that, and I think with that comes is like, well, changing that, you could be afraid. Maybe for some of you, you've always operated that way. You overgive to people, and then they reciprocate back to you in a way that feeds your ego. They tell you you're beautiful, they tell you you're handsome, you're a great cook. And while all of those attributes and qualities are associated with you and are true, it kind of stops there. So it becomes a very surface level type of connection. And when we're making the switch to go from an ego-driven connection to a more higher elevated connection, it can feel like unknown territory, right? It's like needing to get out of your comfort zone in a way. So as a fixed sign, that's difficult for you to do. But as I've seen in your readings, the more you're leaning into loving yourself and having true compassion for yourself, you're beginning to come out of that lower vibrational Leo where it's like, I got to say yes to everyone. I want to keep the peace. I like people telling me that I'm a good person. You are a good person. You do not need a low vibrational person to tell you you're a good person. And I kind of feel that's what the Leo collective has been doing, elevating, loving themselves, being higher vibrational. So you're going to notice a change now in the type of people that you attract, whether it's professional, platonic, or romantic. You might even have some family members kind of fall out of your life, and it's just because like they can't keep up to your vibration. You're no longer just saying yes to people please. You're learning how to say no. You're learning your voice. You're not engaging in people just to get your ego stroked. You're learning how to stroke your own ego. So I hope these messages are making sense to you, but this is definitely, and if those messages are resonating, if they don't, check another placement. But if they are, this is telling you you're on the right path. You do not need to settle in any connection in your life. So be kind to yourself this week. Continue to nurture yourself. Continue to be compassionate towards yourself. The right people will be attracted, or I shouldn't say the right people. People will be attracted to your vibration. The higher your vibration, the better or higher quality of the people you will attract. And if that means some people are going to fall away, they're going to fall away. Let them go. Light, love, and peace is what I've been saying. Have no fear. You have new connections now on the horizon. You are being divinely protected. And I also think in one of your readings, I believe it was for this week, some of you are waiting for an apology from someone. Let it go. You don't need it. And if you feel like, why is that person not contacting me? I think I had said you're being protected. And here it's telling you you are being protected. You're cared for and divinely protected by the universe. So if you're not hearing from someone that you had hoped to hear from because you needed that apology or you needed that closure, there's some type of divine intervention stopping that person from contacting you because you're not quite fully healed yet. And that person has the capability to suck you right back into that lower vibration relationship. So if you're not hearing from them, take it as a blessing in disguise. Keep elevating, keep loving yourself. You definitely have a new connection here coming in. And again, it'll be the type of connection that will be different for all of you, but you will know it when you see it, that it is different and unlike any of the other connections you've had. This person is going to be as compassionate towards you as you are towards them. This is not a surface level connection by any stretch of the imagination. And you will definitely know the difference. I keep getting that. In fact, I just got a bunch of spirituals now with all of these goosebumps. I guess is that what people call them, goosebumps? So I definitely think you're being cared for and divinely protected. So if you're not hearing from certain people, take it as a godsend. Angel number for the week, 369. Continue to love yourself and be compassionate towards yourself. Please, you are without a doubt elevating. That's what I have for you, my dear, for this week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 77. The card is in the upright, and the word on the card is purpose. This is your spiritual wake-up call. Check in on the mindset. Miracles and upheavals are headed your way, so approach them from a place of trust and love. Your connection to the infinite might feel tenuous at times, but trust that it is there. Cast aside fears and doubts. Remember that you invite more of that which you put out. So you can always incorporate a little more love and light into your life. In the upright, this number means that you have the inner strength to overcome difficulties and challenges. You are becoming more aligned with your soul's purpose. Positive changes are now unfolding on your path, and you are tuning into the frequency of love and growth. Your affirmation for this week is, I am exactly where I need to be. Message from the universe. It's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of the new beginning. They are waiting for you. The new beginnings are waiting for you. Notice how that was plural. So notice these new beginnings and seize them and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Definitely a common theme here in your messages. And message from Archangel Michael, recognize the signs from above, card number 26. Angels are sending you messages now, but you are too distracted to notice them. So stay alert and open to divine guidance. I feel like this is on par for the message we've been getting for the Virgo collective. You've been through so much. You have healed tremendously in the last 12 months. And you're getting more and more comfortable with the idea of being vulnerable again in a romantic connection. Some of you are already in that connection. Others of you are on the precipice of finding someone. For others of you, you've kind of dabbled with some dates, but those connections maybe are moving very slowly, or you've just stopped giving to them and decided to move on and try to find someone else. Regardless of which group that you're in, I feel like you need to trust your intuition. So if you're in a connection, and you really feel that this is not the connection for you, right? You go out on a date or two, you're just not feeling it. Trust that it's your intuition speaking. And if that's the case, you can just end the connection and move on and just wait for the new beginning with a new person that you'll be meeting. But some of you are mistaking intuition for your thoughts, right? Because you're ruled by Mercury. And so I kind of feel like there's a little bit of fear lingering in the Virgo collective. I think it's natural and normal because of all the stuff that you've been through, all the heartache that you've been through. But don't mistake your intuition for your thoughts, because if you tap into your intuition, it might be telling you, this person's a really nice person. Maybe I should go out on a date with them or see them again, right? If you've seen them before. But your mind, because there's this lingering fear in the Virgo collective, might be telling you no. And you might be picking apart the person or holding them to standards that maybe you wouldn't even want to be held to, right? So there's something like this. I think that you need to tap into your intuition just a little bit more and be able to discern what it's telling you versus what your mind is telling you. Because I think some of you are still, like I said, there's this, I literally can see it. It's like, have you ever walked into a cigar lounge or a bar or somewhere where people are smoking cigarettes or smoking cigars? And it's not too thick, right? I mean, you can still see everything and everyone in the place, but you kind of have like that lingering kind of like smoke trails in the air. That's sort of how I feel fear in terms of matters of the heart. It's just kind of lingering there. It's not too cloudy. It's not too thick. You can see through it, right? But there's still this like lingering fear there in the Virgo collective. And I just kind of think that that needs to be addressed. And the best way to address that is to be able to discern the difference between what your mind is telling you about a person and what your intuition is telling you about them. So trust the new beginning, but also tap into your intuition so you can understand if that new beginning is for you or not. Because I think if you're just going by your mind, the fear might take over and you might end a connection that's really meant to be in your life, at least for quite some time. So recognize the signs from above. Angels are sending you some messages. I had mentioned it in a couple of the readings. I typically don't get into tarot, but I feel the need to do this. I've been called to do this in my meditation this morning. So if I feel the need to tap into tarot for any of the signs, I'll do that. And I definitely feel like I need this for you right now. So recognizing the signs from above. What does Virgo need to know about these signs? First card out, oh my God, the Hermit, it's you. It's you, but that's also doing soul searching, right? And becoming more comfortable or more in tune with your intuition. Let's get one more shuffle here for Virgo in terms of these signs. Thank you. So we have the Hermit, Two of Cups, partnerships, and the Nine of Swords. You can't make it up. So in terms of partnerships, right, that Two of Cups, look what it's flanked by. It's flanked by doing soul searching and listening to your intuition and those negative thoughts. So maybe it's time for those of you where you're in a love partnership, or you're on the precipice of entering one, or you're just sort of exploring partners right now. Please try to discern the difference between your intuition and your thoughts, because you may be picking apart a connection that would be beneficial to you in a very positive way in terms of being a love partner. And again, whether it lasts 1 year, 10 years, or the rest of your life is inconsequential. You won't know if you keep blocking every new connection that's trying to enter your life because doubts, fears, and insecurities. So I'm so glad that those cards came out the way they did. So please try to work on that this week. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, Virgo, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Your angel number is 1212. The card is in the upright, and the word on the card is choices. You have been consumed with inner conflict and need to address it before it causes damage. Self-doubt and insecurities may be holding you back from making major growth moves. Turn your attentions towards making real positive change and choices for your mental health. Actively put your own needs first. In the upright, this card means that you could be overworking, and that can lead to an energy drain. This is a call for you to put yourself first. There's also a need here for you to resolve lingering inner conflict and to address any insecurities or self-doubts that you may be experiencing. Your affirmation for this week is putting myself and my mental health first is never selfish. Message from the universe. We are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you are alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop, look around, and believe. Believe in something else. Believe in something more, because we've got your back. And message from Archangel Michael. It's time to play. Card number 17. You're working too hard and worrying about everything. Seek out joyous experiences to bring balance into your life. So I've seen this for a while now in the Libra Collective, where you have a choice, whether that's a choice in jobs, a choice in staying in a connection, leaving a connection, going from single to partner, partner to single, one partner to another partner. Everyone's choice in life is different, but there's definitely a monumental shift happening for the Libra Collective. I feel like you're the second wave of Libras, but even if you were in that first wave where you made that big life choice earlier in the year, there's still a need here for you to incorporate some playtime, because look, life won't always be easy, and there will always be choices you'll need to make, burdens that you'll be dealing with, burdens that you'll need to unburden yourself with, and then new burdens will come along. But the choice that you can make this week is to make more time for you. There's a need here for the Libra Collective to say, I have a monumental choice here to make in my life, but I'm not prepared to make it just yet, and instead I need to focus on myself. And I like this it's time to play card here from Archangel Michael, because I think that's what you need to do. I think you need to be in a better mind frame, a better set of mind before you make this decision. And the best way to do that is for you to elevate your spirit, elevate your vibration. So I would say to take time right now, this week, to seek out joyous experiences, whether you're doing that with family, with friends, or just by yourself. There's definitely a need here for you to rebalance, recalibrate your life. You are the Justice card, after all, in the Major Arcana portion of Tarot. And I feel like there's a need here for you to bring a little bit more fun and light and laughter into your life. And that heavy choice that you need to make, you can just put it off a couple of days, even if you have to wait until next week to make it. But yeah, I feel like if you make it from an ungrounded place or from a place of being imbalanced, you may make a decision here that you regret in the future. You may be reacting from a place of fear or being wounded or being low vibrational. So before you make this choice, I feel like, and I think you have been getting messages that it's time for you to take a time out. Maybe you're feeling overly tired, overly stressed, having an inability to sleep. I just got a flash of the Eight of Swords. So whatever this choice is, I feel like it's mentally plaguing you and probably emotionally draining you. So some of you could be feeling more tired than you normally are. And maybe you're sleeping 8, 9, 10 hours at night, but during the day, you still feel like inclined to take a nap. And whether you're taking one or not is irrelevant. It's like, but the body is telling you we need to rest, we need to relax. And I think that's because there is an imbalance here for you. So try to seek out some joyous experiences this week that'll recalibrate you so you can make a decision from a better perspective and from a more healed place mentally and emotionally, and definitely a more restful place, right? Because you're not making a decision from the Eight of Swords of that like mental or emotional anxiety. So that's what I have for you, Libra, for this week. Your angel numbers 1212. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 911. The card is in the upright, and the word on the card is inevitability. Change is a natural part of life. It may be time to let go of the past and embrace a new chapter. Trust your intuition and your instincts. When you're in tune with your inner life, you can sense when it's time to move on and make a change. Take what you've learned in this most recent chapter and carry it proudly into the new phase. You can't control the circumstances, but you can control how you react to them. The universe is sending you the strength that you need to do just that. In the upright, this number means that you need to have faith in your instincts. You need to accept inevitability of change. You need to stay true to yourself as you grow through these changes. And you need to ditch some bad habits and keep the good ones. Your affirmation for this week is, I'm stepping into my most successful timeline yet. Message from the universe. Comparing yourself to others keeps you stuck in a cycle of guilt and shame and continues to separate you from your blessings. It keeps you small. Understand that everyone has their own journey, which always unfolds in divine timing, and your time will come. Message from Archangel Michael. Open your heart, card number 22. No one is perfect. Stop judging yourself and others, and let love heal this situation. I feel like this is really on point with the message I've been getting from the Scorpio collective. And it doesn't have very much to do with partnerships in terms of other people in your life, friends, family members, lovers, etc., etc. I think this has a lot to do with the relationship you have with yourself. I feel like the Scorpio collective, somewhere along the way, and it won't apply to all of you, so if it's not your message, check another placement. But I think at some point, you stopped opening up your heart to yourself. I think you stopped doing things for yourself. I think you kept your life on hold or kept yourself small for everyone else in your life. You know, your opposite sign is Taurus, and it's a fixed sign as well. And I feel like you kind of got stuck in a rut there of putting others ahead of yourself. I feel like it's time for you, and I love the butterfly here because that's so Scorpionic, right? It's all about Scorpionic energy. It's all about transformation, and you are the death card in tarot. So I think there's a need here for you to transform. I think you need to leave the old Scorpio behind. I keep saying this, you're on the precipice of Scorpio 2.0, and that's all about opening your heart to yourself and loving yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't care about the other people in your life or other connections in your life, but there's something here about you nurturing the connection you have with yourself. I've been saying this for a while, and someone posted in one of the comments, I forget her name now, but she said something like, well, there are no opportunities. And that's just a load of bull. And it was for one of the Scorpio readings I did. That's a bunch of bull. Because if you're waiting, Three of Wands, right? You're waiting for the opportunities to come in. You're going to be waiting a long time. Opportunities aren't just the ones that are given to us from external sources. Opportunities are also the ones we create ourselves. You have an opportunity every single day to do something nice for yourself, to put your own needs first. No one's telling you to be selfish 24/7, but you need to be selfish once a day. You need to do something for you, whatever that is. Prepare the coffee the way you like it and take your time to drink it and enjoy it. Go for a walk, watch the movie that you've been wanting to see, get your nails done. If you smoke cigars, go to a cigar shop or a cigar lounge. There's something here about you setting some time every day just for you. And that does not make you selfish. I think it's time for the Scorpio collective to focus on themselves a little bit more than they have been. I think you put some dreams on hold for quite some time. As I had said for a couple of the other signs, I'm not going to pull tarot for all 12 zodiac signs unless I feel called or inclined to. But in meditation, I was told that when I feel inclined to pull tarot for these messages, which I've never done in the past, that it's something I probably should start doing. So I'd like to do this for you now. 3 cards here of advice for a Scorpio, for my Scorpios. 3 cards of advice here for Scorpio, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Page of Wands, we have the Six of Swords, and we have the Magician. I mean, look at this energy, Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, which is that fixed energy. There's something here. Look at Page of Swords to the Hierophant to the King of Wands, taking the inspired action, I feel like, to kind of like break away from the tradition. I think for some of you, tradition was putting everyone else ahead of yourself, or putting your dreams or your goals, your wants, your desires on the back burner because you are constantly waiting for some external source to come in and fulfill them. Or the feeling of, I can't fulfill these dreams unless I have someone to fulfill them with. I think it's nonsense. We have Six of Wands here, and we have the Ten of Swords. Your victory comes in putting an end to that kind of fixed mentality that you've had, that you need someone else to enjoy life. So Page of Wands this week, get out there, be creative. This is my Lewis and Clark adventure card of the pages. Discover just one thing that you can do to pull yourself out of the Five of Swords, because this is the Six of Swords card. So what precedes it, Five of Swords, chaos, conflict, mental, or maybe even emotional turmoil, whether you've experienced that with others or just within yourself. Discover just one thing you can do this week to make a manifestation or a goal or a desire that you want for you, to make that a reality. That does not include an external source like another person. So find one thing that you can do this week for yourself. I think that's what you need to do. And I think the tarot cards here are pretty clear on this message. Time for the Scorpio collective to open their heart to themselves. That is what I have for you, my dear, for the week. Angel numbers 911. In the United States, 911 is the 3 digits we dial into our phone when there's an emergency, when we need assistance. I think you need assistance with yourself. I feel like it's time for you to dial 911. This is like an emergency call here from the divine to Scorpio. Hello, it's time for you to pay attention to you. And again, just discover one thing you can do this week to make yourself happy, and then take that inspired action of the King of Wands that we saw to actually make it a reality for yourself. I think if you can just do that between now and next Sunday, you'll feel a whole hell of a lot better about yourself. That is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 2424. The phrase on the card is unconditional love, and the card itself is in the upright. 2424. You've got this. Don't believe us? More like you don't believe in yourself. You need to tap into your confidence and really feel how fabulous and strong you are. You may be a bit anxious or worried about a particular problem right now, but just remember that you are practically overflowing with powerful potential. Accept the possibility of disappointment and just do it anyway. Now is the time to let yourself really shine. In the upright, this number means that it's time for you to assess your goals and your strengths. It's time for you to open up to the infinite flow of love and find balance, compassion, and joy from within. It's time for you to self-assure yourself. Your affirmation for the week is, I refuse to let fear of failure hold me back. Message from the universe. What's meant to be yours is already making its way to you. What was never yours is starting to flee from you. With time, it will all make sense. For now, bear the confusion and focus on living fully in the present. Don't let your whole life be, I'll be happy when blank happens. Learn to be happy now. And message from Archangel Michael, trust your angels, card number 36. Let go of your expectations of how your dreams will come true and trust that heaven has a perfect plan. It's very similar to the Scorpio message here that I'm getting. Sometimes various zodiac signs that are next to one another kind of run parallel. And I see that often with Leo and Virgo, sometimes Aries and Taurus as well. And I'm starting to see now with the Sagittarius and the Scorpio collective. There's something here about the Sagittarius collective learning and really absorbing what it means to have unconditional love for themselves, as opposed to, I need someone else in my life to experience unconditional love. I think you have a connection that either has left your life or is on the precipice of exiting your life. You have new connections coming in. We've been seeing this in the Sag Collective now, or at least I've been seeing it here on my channel for probably the last month. You might not understand in this moment why that connection had to end or why it's currently phasing out of your life. But I think what you need to do is to be present and just focusing on yourself right now and really understanding what unconditional love for self is. in time, I do believe that you will understand why that connection had to leave or why it's currently exiting. You do have someone new coming in. I've said this for a couple of readings. I'm not pulling tarot, or to date, I have not pulled tarot for the angel messages, but during meditation this morning, I kind of got the call from within that if I felt inclined during the reading to pull tarot, that I would do that. And a couple of signs have had it, not all of them, but I do feel inclined to pull some for you right now. So again, I do think that you have a connection that has exited or is in the process of exiting for you. So can I just have 3 cards here, please, for Sagittarius for the connection that is exiting? And then we'll take a look at the connection that's coming in for you. And it could be professional, could be platonic, could be romantic. It'll be different for all of you. But let's see what we have for the exiting connection. We have the 3 of Swords. Yeah, so you do have a connection here. It either already ended or already exited your life, and there's still some emotional pain or grief that you're feeling over the loss of that connection. For others of you, you're in the thick of it, as my father would say. You're in the middle of it exiting. So it's definitely not a feel-good energy at this time. There's a lot of loss here, the feeling of remorse, maybe even regret, doubting yourself, wondering if you did the right thing back then or if you're doing the right thing now by exiting it. Can I have 2 more cards, please, for the exiting connection for Sag? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 6 of Cups. It was a soulmate, soul bond connection. And we have Temperance, which is your energy. Bottom of the deck, we have Ace of Cups. I feel like this is now leading me into the new connection that is coming in. So you have a connection here, like I said, and it could be professional, platonic, romantic. It's a collective general reading, right? But just know that the connection that left or is currently exiting, they were a soul bond, or they are a soul bond to you, but not all soul bonds or soul connections are meant to stay with us for the duration of our lives. Some last 5 minutes, others 5 months, and for some, like I said, 5 years or maybe the rest of our lives, but most of them are fleeting in nature. I feel like the connection that's exiting your life is meant to exit. I think this Temperance card here of Archangel Michael is letting you know that you're being divinely guided away from that connection or connections, because maybe for some of you, you're leaving a job, right? And you're losing connections, or you feel like you're on the precipice of losing connections with people that you've worked with for quite some time. But either way, regardless of who this person or these people are, you are being divinely guided away from them at this time. You're sort of jumping a timeline here, getting onto a new path. And on that new path will be these new soulmates. So let's take a look at that Ace of Cups here that was that's at the bottom of the deck. So 3 cards, please, for the new connection or connections coming into the Sagittarius collective. Tell me about these new connections for them. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your new connections, the Fool, new beginning, can't make it up. The Fool, the Queen of Cups, oh, and the Queen of Wands. I love it. Bottom of the deck, the Sun. Healing connections, connections that have the hope and the promise to get to the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, meaning they will add to your happiness, add to your abundance, and very well have the possibility of being in your life for like 10 plus years, or maybe even the duration of your life. So as you begin this new chapter, you have new people here on your path. I don't read genders or body parts. You have a water sign here, and you have another fire sign. These are individuals that will help you come through this ending. These are individuals who will love you unconditionally, that will also teach you how to love yourself unconditionally as well, which is interesting because you got the unconditional love card, and that really is the Queen of Cup energy. So I want to tell you right now, just focus on you. You have this new person or these new people entering your life. For some of you, you've already connected with them. Hold on to them, embrace them, but don't make the, and I don't know why I'm hearing this, don't make the mistake that you made in the last connection, where you put the unconditional love of that other person above the unconditional love you have for yourself. And I think that's what this new soulmate or these new soulmates on path now will teach you, that it's okay and it's not selfish for you to put yourself first. I think you lost yourself in this other connection, and that's why you needed the divine intervention to get you away from it. Nothing was changing. You were losing yourself in that connection. You now have this new connection, or like I said, plural new connections entering your life that will show you or teach you what real unconditional love is. These are individuals that will understand when you need time for you. They won't call you selfish. These are not needy energies. These are energies that will support you in your growth and in your transformation. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius. Angel number for the week is 2424. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 420. The word on the card is relax, but the card itself is in the reverse. So let's see how we can swing that around for you, Cappy. What good comes out of standing still? There's nothing wrong with planting deep, stable roots, but everything in nature continues to grow, to stretch toward greater heights. Nourish your soul, break free of stagnation, take that risk. Your potential is limitless. In the reverse, this card means you could be lacking initiative at this time. You could be giving in to some negative or detrimental habits. You could be afraid of making a move or making a decision. You could also be projecting your insecurities onto others. Your affirmation this week is every cell in my body is peaceful and calm. Message from the universe. If people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the result of your actions. Message from Archangel Michael. All is in perfect timing. Card number 1. This is it. It's time to take action now. I will be here to help you every step of the way. So if we notice a reoccurring theme here of like, it's time to take action, I think that's why this number is in the reverse. I think you've been too relaxed or too hesitant to move in a particular direction. This always reminds me of the Ace of Pentacles. In the original Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot deck, the Ace of Pentacles, if you really analyze that card, you kind of see this archway in the background. Some of you are hesitant to take the step in this new direction. Some people may judge you. Some people may harshly criticize you for making this move, but I think you need to put yourself first here. I think you've been playing it small for a long time. You definitely have a new opportunity here, and you've been reluctant to move forward. Some of you feel like the people in your life may not agree with the decision that you're making, and so you've been kind of holding yourself back. It's definitely time here for you to take action. I want to pull cards for you on this, Cappy. I typically don't pull cards in the angel messages, but I feel inclined today to pull cards for some of the signs, and so I'd like to pull some for you here. So you need to take action. What does Capricorn need to take action on? There we have the 9 of Swords. This is the stress, worry, fear, and anxiety. What will everyone say if I do blank, right? If I enter a new connection, or I leave the person I'm with, or I don't know, I decide to go on vacation somewhere to some part of the world that I've never been to, or change career paths. There's something here of fears and doubts and anxieties, but more about concern about what others would say if I make this decision. I think you need to make the decision. I think you need to act on it. You know what this is, right? If the message isn't resonating for you, just check another placement. But if it is resonating for you, I think you've been playing it too small, afraid to take this step because of what others would say. I think it's time for the Capricorn Collective to do what is best for them. We have the 9 of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, there's that new opportunity, and we have the 2 of Swords, which you've been undecided about for quite some time. It's time for you to 8 of Pentacles, Strength card, 5 of Pentacles. You need to put some pentacle energy, some effort, and have the strength and perseverance to move through this challenging time and to make this decision. Even if other people feel like you're abandoning them or you're leaving them behind, I don't really feel like you're intentionally doing that. I kind of feel like you've been leaving yourself behind actually by not making the decision, because I think you've been putting other people first. It's time for you to make the decision. People who really love you and are in your corner will wholeheartedly support this decision, and those that don't will kind of fall by the wayside. But I wouldn't allow that to deter you from making the decision that you know is best for you. Again, if the message isn't resonating, check another placement. But if it is, it's time to act. You have a new opportunity, and I think you want to go for it. But I think what you've been undecided about here is, what will everyone say if I do that? They're going to gossip and spread rumors and talk about you either way. So at the end of the day, you may as well do what is best for you. That is what I have for you, Capricorn, for this week. Angel number, my darling, is 420. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 717. The word on the card is bravery, and the card itself is in the upright. Have you been questioning whether you're headed in the right direction? If you're following your intuition, the universe's answer to that is yes. You will never be sent something you don't have the capacity to handle. Those challenges, you never know until you get to the other side exactly what they were guiding you toward. Face down your fears with trust in your heart. In the upright, this number means that you are on the right track. You are being guided toward unseen opportunities. You are in tune with your spiritual side, and you are choosing trust over fear, even when it's difficult. Your affirmation for the week is, everywhere I go, I prosper. Message from the universe. When you hold on to the past, it stops you from living in the present. Release any old hurts, worries, or regrets. Commit to being in the here and now. Forgive yourself for where you think you may have been wrong, because you deserve inner peace. It's time to let it go. Message from Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is with you now. Card number 3. I always ring the bell for Archangel Michael. It's my favorite card in this deck. Even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation, and I am here, and I am helping you. I like this. I think you need to be bold and brave. I've had 2 waves now on the channel of the Aquarius Collective, making big, monumental life changes, changing career paths, entering new connections, exiting old connections, changing mindsets, changing habits, becoming detached, very much Aquarian energy, becoming detached from things that they've had in their life for a long time that they just realized was no longer serving their highest purpose. I saw the first wave of Aquarians do that. I feel like now there's like this second group of you. Yeah, definitely time. If you're part of that message resonates with you, it's time for you to be bold and brave and enter this new chapter of your life. Leave the past where it belongs, in the past. If this week you're stumbling or you have some doubts or fears or insecurities, please reach out to Archangel Michael in your prayers, your quiet moments, and ask for help and ask for guidance. We have the full moon in Aquarius, which was the 9th last night, but we're still in that energy. So if you need assistance, and I'm talking about like divine assistance, to release fears, doubts, and anxieties, you can certainly still do that. If you go to my website, thetimelinetarot.com, and click on resources, there are several free ones there for you. And one of them is a full moon ritual. And we just had that full moon in your sign, right, last night. So, and we're still in the energy of it. So you definitely can do a full moon ritual to release fears, doubts, and anxieties that you may be having about this new chapter, so you can enter it boldly and bravely. That is what I have for you, my friend. Angel number for the week, 717. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces. Let's take a look at your angel messages for the week of August 10th, 2025. Angel number 303. The word on the card is forgive, but the card itself is in the reverse. So let's see what we have here for you, my dear. When your inner sanctuary is a mess, it impacts every part of your life. Prioritize your inner peace. Find a way to clean out those dusty, dark corners within, whether that's through meditation, journaling, or talking it out with a trusted friend. Air out any old grudges and just let them go. This is a reminder that the past is now in the past. You don't need to live there anymore. Forgiveness is a gift that you give to yourself. It may not be easy, but it'll always be worth it. In the reverse, this number means that you are poisoning yourself by holding on to the past. You are turning to vices to deal with unhappiness. Chaos and turmoil could be running rampant in your heart and mind at this time, and you could be bottling up thoughts and feelings, and also feeling volatile. Your affirmation for the week is, I no longer allow old memories to get in the way of my future joys. Message from the universe. If you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be to focus your mindset on all that you want to attract into your life. Trust that more is happening, more than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor. Allow them to help you. And message from Archangel Michael. Your vibration is rising. Card number 43. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you. You are evolving to occupy a higher energetic frequency. So a lot of you have a big cycle now closing out in your life. For others of you, you already had it, but you're still kind of processing it all and becoming acclimated with this new chapter. For others of you, something is closing out, and it's pretty monumental. But I think whether it closed out for you in the past or you're in the thick of it, as my dad would say, and it's closing out now, I think there's a need here for you to forgive. And that's hard. But forgiveness doesn't mean that you condone what that person or those people did to you. It means you understand why they did what they did to you. I'm of the belief that everyone that we meet in this life, whether they're in our life for 5 minutes, 5 years, or the rest of our life, we have a soul contract with them.
we at some point before coming to this earth, before being reincarnated in our beautiful meat suits, we made a contract with these individuals, and they made a contract with us. And for the connections that didn't work out or didn't, and you're looking at it like they didn't work out, or why did my marriage fail, or why did my brother or sister do that to me? But if you look at it from a different perspective, kind of like hangman energy, you realize those contracts played out exactly how they should have. They weren't meant to be in your life. They weren't meant to be fruitful. They weren't meant to be prosperous in terms of what we look as, you know, how we look at prosperity here in the 3D world on earth. They were meant to teach us lessons. And the hardest lessons we learn are from the people that break our heart the most and who disappoint us. And through even that backstabbing or the betrayal or the deceit that we feel at that time, all of that leads us to a growth that we would not have had that individual not completed their karmic contract with us. And so I think there's a need here for you. Again, forgiveness doesn't mean thank you for screwing me over financially, emotionally, sexually, physically, whatever. It's almost like saying thank you for fulfilling your karmic contract, because I learned some really hard lessons that I would have otherwise not learned had you not fulfilled your contract. And when a karmic connection doesn't fulfill their contract, or we fail to fulfill ours, we get stuck in that endless loop of pain. And so it's almost like you got to thank them that they did what they did, because it kind of helped you now end the pain. And so you can move on to the next chapter. I think your vibration is rising for the Piscean collective. I think you're starting to become more aware of why certain connections have ended or are in the process of ending. And I also think that there's a need here, though, for you to forgive yourself at the end of the day. I haven't been pulling tarot cards for any of these readings in the past, but this morning I did feel inclined or called from within to pull them when I saw fit. And I do feel like it's necessary right now for the Piscean collective. So, and I know this will be very broad in general because it's a collective general reading, but I'd like to take a look at that forgiveness for you. Forgiveness of someone who's exiting your life or exited already, but maybe you're still holding on to some anger or resentment because that connection, you know, played out the way it did or ended the way it did. So can I get 3 cards, please, for the Pisceans who need to forgive someone from their past because of a karmic contract? 3 cards on forgiveness, please, for the past. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the Knight of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Judgment Call. So it's taken the, look, Death card and the Star. It's taken the inspired action to listen to your inner calling and understand why those connections were inconsistent, or why they played out the way they did, or why there was so much anger or aggression in them. It's really going within and saying, now I see it clearly. I see why some connections in my life come in to heal me and others come in to transform me. Star card to the Death card. So that definitely is a different way here for you to look at those connections, as opposed to seeing them as failures, seeing them as karmic contracts that have been completed and enabled you to maybe heal parts of yourself or even transform parts of yourself. Let's get 3 cards now for the Pisceans who need to forgive themselves. So definitely try to work on forgiveness this week, finding forgiveness in your heart for those who trespassed against you, but also maybe in ways that you have like trespassed against yourself, or where you feel that you have betrayed yourself in some way. 3 cards here for the Pisceans who need to forgive themselves this week. One more shuffle here. Thank you. 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and Page of Cups. There you go. Bringing a little love here. 6 of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, forgiving yourself for any remorse or regret you have, or maybe not taking action sooner, or staying in a situation, environment, or connection longer than you should have. Maybe being in a connection where there was unrequited love and you not paying attention to those red flags. Whatever it is here for you, the message is clear. Start small. One kind little gesture towards yourself this week. One act of self-love, so you can begin healing yourself and forgiving yourself for what you did or didn't do back there. Don't hold on to any resentment for yourself, like, God, why did I do that? Or why didn't I do that? Though that contract and your participation in that contract played out exactly how it was supposed to play out. And seeing it from that perspective, I think will allow you to forgive the individual or individuals, but most importantly, it will also help you to forgive yourself. That's what I have for you, Pisces, for the week ahead. Try to work on forgiving yourself. And the best way for you to do that is just one small gesture this week for yourself, an act of self-love. If you can do that between now and next Sunday, I think you'll start feeling a lot better about why this whole dynamic played out the way it did. That's what I have for you, my dear. Angel number for the week, 303. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. And until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.